Hey, how's it going, guys? Got another flashlight review for you. Thank you so much to the folks at gadzooks.com for hosting. What you're looking at here is the TerraLUX Lightstar 220. This was one of those left field hits that I didn't see coming. I really like this light. I was really surprised by the performance of this. I just thought it would just be another one of those kind of cheapy flashlights that you would get, and then you would just kind of like be like, oh, it does its job. But for the features, which I'm about to show you, you'll see that this is probably one of the best buys out there in terms of flashlights. Gadzooks were like, oh, just give it a shot. If you don't like it, don't do a review, just send it back. But if you do like it, we'd like to hear what you think about it. And I really like this light. In fact, I want to keep this light. Basically, these days, money's tight. People don't have the money to spend $200 on a flashlight. You want to just get the most bang for your buck. And what I've found is going to like department stores and checking out the flashlights. You'll spend 20, 30, 40, sometimes even $50, and you'll get a light that does the job. But I mean, in order to get to that newer, higher level of performance, you're gonna have to spend at least $50 to $60 for a decent flashlight. But not the TerraLux. This Lightstar, if you're looking at it right now, it's $30. And for how bright this thing is and how durable it is, I think it's just probably one of the best buys out there. The body itself is made out of aircraft grade anodized aluminum with, they say, a matte black finish, but this is more like kind of a gunmetal gray. I like it. I would have liked it in a darker black, but this looks just fine. I don't buy my gear to show off. I buy my gear to use it, so it's totally fine. I do like the build quality on this, though. You can see there's no machining marks or anything like that. The fit and finish is excellent on this flashlight. They did a really good job when they were machining the aluminum. It's got electronically regulated battery life so that it stays constant throughout the entire life of the flashlight itself. But first of all, let me just give you a look at the body itself before I actually go into the function of it. As you can see, I like how it's shaped. Some flashlights, especially the tactical flashlights, they try to get too fancy with all the shapes, and then it actually wears on your hand. I mean, it's just blister city. But this, I don't feel anything here is going to wear on my hand. They did it nice and smooth, as it should be. Right here you got a pocket clip, which is just attached around the main body, and then you have this little ring right here with a lanyard attached. And then you have the standard push button at the butt of the flashlight, which I actually prefer. I just think it's easier to just hold it like this and access it with your thumb. To get to the battery housing, basically you just unscrew the butt end right here, and this is powered by two AA batteries. And you'll notice right here there is an O-ring that's put onto, let's see if you can see, onto the threads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the O-ring. So I'm going to take out this lanyard ring because I never used the lanyard. I'm going to replace the O-ring back on top. So because of the O-ring, I would say this is pretty water resistant. I wouldn't want to dunk this any at all, but I wouldn't worry about trying to use this in the rain. The fact that it uses O-rings in its construction, I think, adds to the durability of the light. Let's close this guy up. There you go. So, runs on two AA batteries, as you can see, and pretty simple. It has two light outputs. Just push it once. I got it on high, and then you just do a light tap on it to change between settings. So I hit it again lightly, and this is low. So just touch it just with a little bit of pressure, but not enough to click it. So I touch it slightly again. Got it on high, low, high, low. Then click it off. Super bright. This is listed as having 220 lumens on the high setting, and on that you're going to get 1.5 hours of runtime. On the low setting, it's supposed to have 100 lumens of brightness, and that'll run for about 6 hours. Now 1.5 hours on high, that's pretty comparable to some of the higher end flashlights. And 220 lumens, I can attest that this thing is super bright. This thing is as bright, if not brighter, than well, it's brighter than all of the other flashlights in its price range, and it pretty much competes with things that are about $20 to $30 higher in price. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in the backyard, show you how this thing looks at about 50 feet at night, and let you guys see what it looks like. Hey guys, in my backyard, just wanted to let you guys see how this light performs. I'm shining on a tree in my backyard, which is 50 feet away from the camera, and this is it on the highest setting. So as you can see, pretty dark, still a little bit of light pollution from the neighbors, but good enough to give you an idea of what it looks like. So here it is on high. As you can see, you get a bright center and quite a large halo around it. It's perfectly fine for seeing objects 50 feet on in. And in fact, it's actually brighter than what the camera is showing. This just isn't a low light camera, so I'm actually seeing more details in the outline area around it right here. And then let me just show you what this guy looks like on low. So as you can see, pretty dim. The camera isn't meant for low light, so I can actually see more than the camera is letting on. I can get fine detail, not fine details, but general shapes from 50 feet with just the dim light. However, at about the halfway point, I'd say about 15 feet on in, low light is perfectly great, so if you're conserving power, I would go with low light. So again, to show you off, this is high setting, low, and then high. So there you have it. That is the TerraLUX Lightstar 220. Great design, comfortable to use, ergonomic controls. Just love the fit and finish of the aluminum body. You got two light settings, 220 and 100, with decent battery life, and all for only about 30 bucks. So I mean, money's kind of tight, but you still want a quality flashlight. Or if you already have expensive flashlights, but you want like a more affordable one that you can leave in the glove box of your car and not worry about, but you want something that's handy and is still quite powerful, give the Lightstar 220 a shot. I think this is an incredible deal, and in fact I'm probably going to keep this one that I'm reviewing right now. So that's my review. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys want to get this, go and check out gadzoods.com and pick one up for yourself. Bye.